I can't sleep, so I decided to do this video. This is my son who has a broken face. He had a fracture eye. Right now the eye is thick. He had already done a surgery and he had another surgery to get done. So it all started when my son met this little kid and thought the kid was a friend. All these are police that I call to get assistance. All of these, I don't get none from the sergeant. To community of sergeant, I don't get none. And this is not just all. I spoke with the police differently, number of time, trying to get some assistance to help with my son, because I realized that my son was in danger and was threatened by these gangs. So I tried to get the police to get some assistance. This is one. This one here. This one here is one report against the police who assaulted my two kids. And in return, what he did, he locked up my son. And let me bring this a little closer so you can see. So what this police did, the police locked up my son and put a fake charge on my son. So they don't have no evidence, they don't find nothing with the charge. So the court tell me that they drop in the charge. They drop in the charge, but them gonna put assault on my son. So I asked them who my son assault, what this assault argument came from, where all this coming from, why you dropping a charge and putting on another charge, how that charge came about. So what happened is, like, my son went to jail for something he did not do and got a broken face from the guard inside the jail. He got a broken face from the guard. So he had one surgery with the eye and he about to do another surgery. Saying this and saying that's not the problem. My real concern here is that there's nothing nobody's doing for your kids here in Florida. Nobody's doing nothing for your kids. When your kid's in trouble, as a black kid in trouble, nobody's doing nothing. More than what they tell you, if you want to save your kids, get out of town. That's all they can tell you, to get out of town. I get out of town, I move out of town. And my son is so paranoid that he don't go outside. He don't go through the door anymore of all that take place, because it's like my son is so scared in a way right now that of his life. He's so scared of his life because he's been threatened by these gang, and now he's afraid of what retaliation this warder, this prison guard will do, because if he is so bright to lick my son inside the jail and broke his face, my son is very, very scared. My son's supposed to go to the doctor yesterday, and because of information that the guard can access, I couldn't get my son to go to the doctor because he'd think that they got information and know everything about him. My son has a court yesterday. he did not want to go to the court because of all this information that the guard can get access to. They sent home my son from the jail when he got broken face, and I spoke with them about my son medication because the medication they never came, and I told the lady that she's supposed to call me before they send the medication. That is the manager, somebody up in line there, who come and spoke to me. So I said, you know what? I don't know what time I'm gonna get home, so call me and see where I am before you send off the medication. While I was on the street, I got a call, said somebody came to the house to drop the medication. So I said, why would you send somebody to the house to drop the medication when I told you I'm not going to be there? When I realized it was somebody off duty came to drop the medication. So when my son found out who dropped the medication, he was like, this is not right. This is not right. Why would they send somebody off duty to drop the medication when that means there is no report filed against who dropped the medication? And the worst part of it, they sent somebody who loved to chat. So that means that this is not a secret anymore. So because of that, my son don't stay home. My son leave and went to this friend's house. I began look for my son. When I found my son, just in time I found my son, there was this gang who came and they beat the boy right in front of me. Pure blood running out of his face and all of that stuff. Whatsoever reason, I don't know. So I become very, very worried now because my son already had a broken face and he's around this kid and I don't know what, and he's under so many threats from these kids. And so I become very, very concerned. So I just decide to say, you know what? It's time for me to get out of this place because it's too much. Now my son is afraid of the guard. Now my son is afraid of the guys. And I not even know with this police again, you not even know because they think they have the upper hand and they think they have the upper hand. Now the whole thing about this thing, I sit and I watch the judge treated my son like a criminal. And it's like you cannot tell the judge nothing. It's like, oh, if you was a adult, I'll send you behind bar and you don't come back on the street. I tried to tell him, I said, Your Honor, my son is not a bad kid. My son don't know nothing that going on the street. My son just met this kid, and because my son is very, very smart. He's a very, not street smart, but he's very, very educated, smart. So, and I think that's the reason why they don't kill my son as yet, because my son have to just keep on trying to stay above these boys. I had a recording of these guys telling my son about putting him to sleep and all of that stuff. I talked to a number of parents. Nothing is get done for your kids. And, it's so sad. You are the person out there and you bring your kid here and your kids are being forced and threatened to join these gang, and the gang that your kids are threatened to join, it's not run by local and it is not running by small people. These gang are running by well-trained, I would say, military people because of what is going on, because these kids are very well-trained, well-taught. They taught about the law, they taught about the system, they talk about the jail, they talk about their time spent, they thought about everything. And they choose the kids that will not go to prison. They choose the kids when they go to jail, they do like 21 days and get out, and they lie to the kids because they tell the kids that, oh, all these things are going to sponge off your record and you'll be able to work and you'll be able to that. And when I spoke with my son and I tried to get information from bigger heads to let my son know that, listen, this is not how it goes. But the thing is, because of the threat and all of that stuff, I remember talking to the neighbor next door, and she was like, "You don't know what is going on. These people watch your home, they watch your family, they threaten your kids, and all of that stuff." So these are the things that going on in Florida right now. Your child is like 12 to 17 years old. It's like you don't have any control over your child, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do more than when you go to the court. There's this ton of kids, and they out today and they have to go back tomorrow, and they out the next day, and it's just like that, and nobody not doing anything. They go in there, serve their time, they came out, they have to go back to do what they got to do to go back again, and nobody's not doing nothing. Nobody's not doing nothing. My son tell me that, "Mom, I've been used by the police. I have been used. The police use me." And my son know that the police use him because look at this. Look at this.